Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your class English for SS second year. We are learning The Tiger King, written by Kalki. In this short story, we have known that the astrologers foretold the future of the Tiger King, that one day the Tiger King will have to die by the tiger itself. The Tiger King may killed 99 tiger, but he would not be able to kill the 100 tiger, which will be the cause of his death. We have come to know that the Tiger King, that is the Maharaja, who had killed 99 tiger from his forest, the state of Patibandhapuram, and from the state of his father-in-law's forest. After that, there was no tiger available in the forest of Patibandhapuram or in the forest of the father-in-law of the Tiger King. So one day what happened? The villagers told the Maharaja that the sheep are being disappearing from the forest. It shows that the tiger is existed. For the news, the Tiger King become very much happy. But when the Tiger King, when the Maharaja set forth for hunting of the tiger, the last tiger, that is the 100 number tiger, then also he would not be able to find out the tiger. Only for that, the Maharaja's violent, uncontrolled anger become very high, and the Maharaja called the Dewan to make the text double and order him to execute the order of the Maharaja. So, my dear students, till that point we stopped our class. Let us start today's class. The people will become discontented. Then our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. Whenever the Maharaja called for Dewan and ordered him to do the text double, then the Dewan replied, the people will become discontented. The people of your state will become dissatisfaction. They will be dissatisfied if you do double the text. And then our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. So, if you do, the Dewan is telling to the Maharaja that if he do the double of the text, then the people will be dissatisfied. After that, the state will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. So, in that case, you may resign from your post, said the king. Then the king replied that if for the double of the text the people will dissatisfied and our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress, then in that case the Dewan may resign from his post, said the Maharaja. The Dewan went home convinced that if the Maharaja did not find the tiger soon, the result could be catastrophic. He felt life returning to him only when he saw the tiger which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and kept hidden in his house. So after that, when the Maharaja told Dhanan that if he is not able to do the text double, and for that if the state will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. At the time the Indian National Congress was fighting against the British, and then the Indian National Congress fighting for the freedom of India, and for that purpose if the people of India, most of the people of India joined Indian National Congress to fight against the Britishers. At that time, if the king do the tax double for the citizen of his state, then the state ultimately will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. Then the Maharaja said, if it is so, then the Dewan may resign from his post. So after that, the Dewan went home in a convinced that he was believed that if the Maharaja did not find the tiger soon, the result could be catastrophic. The result could be ruinous. The result will be destructive. That means if the Dewan could not able to find out the tiger, the last one tiger, or then he must have to do the tax double for the people of the state. And if the tiger king could not be able to find out the last one tiger, then the result ultimately will be catastrophic, destructive. It will be ruinous for the Dewan. He felt life returning to him only when he saw the tiger, which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and kept hidden in his house. So the Dewan, last what happened? The Dewan felt his life returning to him only when he saw a tiger which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras, from the park of Madras, and the tiger was kept hidden in his house. At midnight, when the town slept in peace, the Dewan and his aged wife dragged the tiger to the car and shoved it into the seat. So, at midnight, when the town slept in peace, when all the people in the town they were sleeping deeply. At the time, the Dewan and his wife, his aged wife, old wife, dragged the tiger from the house to the car and shoved it into the seat. And pushed the tiger into the car. The Dewan himself drove the car straight. The Dewan himself drove the car straight to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting. So after that, the Dewan drove the car, stopped his car straightly to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting for the last one tiger, for the 100th number tiger. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched its satyagraha and refused to get out of the car. When Devan and his wife reached the forest, the tiger launched his satyagraha. So, when the Devan and his wife reached the forest, then throw out the tiger in the forest for its satyagraha, and the tiger refused to get out from the car because it shows that the tiger knows if he come out from the car and it will be sent to the forest, then ultimately the tiger will be hunted by the Maharaja. The Devan was thoroughly exhausted in his effort to hold the beast out of the car and push it down to the ground. So the Devan also exhausted his effort to carry out the tiger from the car and push it down to the ground. He also tried to carry out the tiger from the car. On the following day, the same old tiger wandered into the Maharaja's presence and stood as if in humble supplication. On the next day, the same old tiger, which was carried by the Devan from the People's Park and was sent to the forest. Then that tiger wandered into the Maharaja's presence and stood as if in humble supplication. So the tiger was wandering and stood in front of the king in a humble supplication. So that old tiger was wandering in front of the Maharaja, in presence of the Maharaja, and the old tiger stood as if in humble supplication, as if in humble request, and told as if in humble request that Master, what do you command for me? Then in a way that he stood in front of the tiger king, in front of the Maharaja, that Master, what do you command for me? What can I do for you? What is your order for me? In that way, the old tiger was standing in front of the Maharaja. It was boundless joy that the Maharaja could aim took careful aim at the beast. So it was with boundless joy that the Maharaja took careful aim at the beast. It was a boundless joy for the Maharaja that the Maharaja can take a careful aim at the tiger. The tiger fell in a crumpled heap. After that, the tiger fell down in a bending way. The tiger fell in bending way and gathering in front of the tiger in bending heap. Next you see, what the Tiger King, the Maharaja said. That means when the old tiger present in front of the Maharaja, at the time the Maharaja took a careful aim to the old beast, to the old tiger. After the old tiger fell bending in a heap. The tiger was bending, the tiger fall down in bending in front of the Maharaja. I have killed the 100 tiger. I have killed the 100 tiger. The Maharaja said that he has killed the 100 tiger. My vow has been fulfilled. So his vow has been fulfilled. The Maharaja was overcome with elation. The Maharaja was overcome with his feeling of joy and pride that he has killed the 100 tiger, and his vow, his promise, his ambition has been fulfilled. Ordering the tiger to be brought to the capital in grand procession, the Maharaja has tint. So you see, ordering the tiger to be brought to the capital in grand procession, the Maharaja hastened away in his car. So whenever the Maharaja killed the 100 tiger, the old tiger, after that he ordered his followers that the tiger should be brought to the capital in a grand procession. After that Maharaja moved away in his car quickly. So here you see, when the Maharaja fulfilled his vow, fulfilled his promise to kill the 100 tiger, at the time he became overjoyous that he has fulfilled his vow, and he became able to kill the 100 tiger, and he became very much happy and ordered his dawans that the tiger should be kept to the capital of the state in a grand procession, so that the people of his state may know that the Maharaja the Maharaja has completed his vow. That means he has killed the 100 tiger. So this is all for today, my dear students. In my next class, I will start from the next paragraph. Thank you very much for listening my video class. Bye bye. Stay at home. Stay safe. Have a good day.